guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is going to be another exciting feminine hygiene video. I'm going to be giving you guys some very helpful feminine hygiene hacks that we usually don't get from our parents or our older sisters. Especially if you're black or if you're African like myself, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For some weird reasons, our parents don't like to talk to us about feminine hygiene, sex, and a whole bunch of stuff. So sometimes we have to either learn it on our own or ask other people or sometimes Google. So that is why I am so grateful to have this platform, because not only can I share my experience, but I can also share a little bit of my expertise, especially now for me being a nurse. These topics are very uncomfortable to talk about in our families, especially if you're African. And sometimes we're not able to go to our older sisters or aunties or moms even to talk about these things. So that's why I wanted to bring you guys these hacks, because I know growing up I wasn't able to just go up to my auntie or my mom or my older sister and ask them, hey, how do you do this? Or how do you take care of your V-box? How do you shave? How do you do this? These are just things that were never talked about, and it was always kept on a hush hush. So anyways, I just wanted to bring you guys some of these hacks, and if you like these kind of videos, please go ahead and let me know, because then I can bring a lot more to you guys. Okay guys, let's finally get into the video. Today I'm going to be sharing my personal hygiene tips with you guys. I know sometimes I talk about these feminine hygiene videos, but I just speak in general. But today I'm going to be telling you guys what I do personally to help with my feminine hygiene, and hopefully you guys can get some ideas out there that'll help you guys as well. So these feminine hygiene hacks are not going to go in a specific order. I'm just going to tell you as I remember them, but I'm going to make sure to list everything as much as I can remember. So let's get started with hack number 1. So a lot of us females think that we can just dress up cute, put on our hair, put on our clothes, and just go out and look good and be fine. But the thing is, you have to really pay keen attention when it comes to your grooming. Especially men are visual, and men also have a sense of smell. And I know that's shocking to hear, because sometimes when you go into a bachelor's pad, there's like chaos everywhere. And then you wonder, how are they visual creatures when their house is a mess? How do they have a sense of smell when their whole house smells like a gym bag? But the truth is, that is just natural for them. That's their natural habitat. That's how they feel comfortable. So when you go out there and say, oh, I didn't take a shower today, or I didn't put deodorant on, nobody's gonna notice. Trust me, other women will notice, and the guys as well will notice. So you have to pay very keen attention to what you look like on the inside, underneath your clothes and your makeup. So that is what these hacks are going to primarily focus on. So the first hack I want to talk about is your shower routine. I personally take a shower twice a day. Once in the morning when I wake up, and once at night before I go to sleep. Why? Because I find that taking a shower in the morning helps me wake up. It helps me start my day better, and it also helps me smell good throughout the day. And then when you go on with your day, let's say you went to work, you went to school, or you're just around the house doing some housework or cleaning and stuff like that, you have to realize that you're going to sweat throughout the day. You're going to have some feminine secretions down there, and you're going to build some odors, and a lot of stuff happens. So in order to end the day well, I usually take a shower at night as well. So your shower routine is very important. So going in that line, after you take your shower, one way to keep your skin very moisturized is to moisturize your skin right after you get out of the shower. So use your towel, dry your skin, but then use your moisturizer right away. You don't want to wait till your skin is so dry. You want to moisturize your skin when it's still a little bit wet, so that you can properly send the moisture to the areas where you want to send them. The next thing I want to talk about is your deodorant. For me personally, I don't use the roll-on deodorants, just because I feel like those ones clump up throughout the day. And I like to wear a lot of sleeveless stuff, especially in the summertime, like I'm doing now. So I don't like to lift up my arm and see that there's like residue down there. So the best way to prevent that is to use a spray-on deodorant. And the one that I use is by Dove. So this is what it looks like. So this is a spray-on deodorant. What I normally do is basically just open it up, lift up your arm, and spray it on like so. And it should not leave a residue. I love this because it doesn't have a very strong smell, and it also works perfectly fine. Sometimes you can keep this on for a whole day. So while we're in that area, one way to prevent odor that I use all the time is to keep that area shaved. Some people like to wax it, some people like to do whatever they like to do. I don't wax, I shave. So what I do is I have a disposable shaving stick, something like this one. You can get a fancy one, or you can get something that's simple from the Dollar Tree or from Walmart or something like that. I always keep it trimmed. I never let it grow to the point where you can actually see it. So every 2 days in the shower, I use this to clean that area, so it's always smooth and there's no hair there. Not only does it prevent you from sweating down there too much, it also prevents odor, and it also helps your deodorant do the work it's supposed to do. So every 2 days I use a shaver or a shaving stick to clean that area so that I don't have any hair down there. And I also think it's not feminine to have hair down there, but to each his own. Some people prefer to have hair there, some people don't. I personally don't, so I prefer to keep it clean. Moving on the list, speaking of shaving, for some weird reason I get one hair that grows underneath my chin, and it grows so fast. I feel like every 3 days it has grown so long, and I'm like, I literally just got rid of this. How come it's still there? Some people have a lot, some people have like 2 or 3. I have one, and if I let it go a whole week, it can grow so long to the point where it gets really curly, and sometimes when I'm bored I play with it. But all jokes aside, what you want to do is, if you're the kind of person that grows hair underneath your chin or on the top of your lips, what you want to do is get one of these. So these things are sold in beauty supplies stores. They are sold at the Dollar Tree. They are sold at the dollar store. They're sold everywhere. So it's kind of like a little knife, but it's like a little shaving thing. So a lot of people use this to shave their eyebrows. But not only can you use this to shave your eyebrows, you can also use this to shave the top of your lips and to get rid of that little hair I was telling you about. Some people like to pull it out. I think it's painful. I am a baby when it comes to pain, so anything that's going to cause pain for me, I don't like to mess with. And I notice sometimes as well that when you plug those hairs or when you play with it too much, it tends to grow back faster, or it tends to irritate that area to where you start getting some like black bumps or ingrown hair. So I simply like to take this and just shave it off. It takes 2 seconds. You literally take it and go like that. And if you have to do it every 2-3 days, that's fine. It has never caused a problem for me. That area for me is very smooth. There is no black spots or anything there. That is the routine that I usually use to get rid of that hair. Going back to the shaving stick, if you have a lot of hair that grows there and you feel like this doesn't help, you can also use this to get rid of that hair. So all you have to do is go in an upward motion very gently to shave that area. You don't have to use any kind of special shaving cream. I usually don't, but if you feel like you want to use a shaving cream for it, then go ahead and do it. Next on the list, I've mentioned moisturizing your skin before. One thing that I really love that is a very primary component of my feminine hygiene routine is coconut oil. I love coconut oil, and I think I've told you guys that before. I use coconut oil for so many things. I use coconut oil for my hair. Sometimes I use it to cook, especially if it's organic. I use it for my skin. I use it to shave my skin sometimes, and I use it as a moisturizer. So the coconut oil that I use it can be any brand, but I personally like to use anything that says organic. So something like this. If you suffer from ashiness, which we all do, or a really dry, irritating skin, coconut oil is your friend. Coconut oil is not only moisturizing, it also has an antibacterial property, so it helps prevent bacteria. So that is what I use my coconut oil for. So I have this coconut oil. Sometimes I use it, as I said, on my hair to help my hair grow and to help moisturize my hair. I use it for my skin when I get out of the shower. I especially use my coconut oil during the winter time because that is when our skin is very ashy. But I also use it during the summer, especially if I'm wearing like a short skirt or a dress. It gives you that nice moisturized glowy look, especially if you want to take pictures and stuff. I promise you, if you take your coconut oil Rub it all over your arms and your legs or any part of your body that is going to be exposed, and take your picture. It gives you this nice glowy look, and you see your picture and you're like, wow, I didn't know my skin was that beautiful. Trust me, it's that coconut oil. So if you don't have coconut oil in your feminine hygiene routine, I encourage you to add it. By the way, this video is not sponsored by nobody. These are just my personal feminine hygiene hacks and tricks that I wanted to share with you guys. Next on the list, I'm going to talk about rubbing alcohol and cotton swab. So I have my rubbing alcohol and I have my cotton swab. So there are many different things that I use these two for. The rubbing alcohol, I think I mentioned this in one of my old videos, but what I use the rubbing alcohol for and the Q-tip is to, number one, clean my belly button. So all you have to do is, you don't want to contaminate the whole bottle. So I normally put a little bit in here like so, and then dab the cotton swab into it, and then let's pretend this is my belly button. I use the cotton swab to clean that area, and it gets it really clean, and you'll be surprised how much dirt and built up you have in there. So I use it, go in a circular motion and clean that area. The second spot I use my rubbing alcohol and my cotton swab for is my earlobe. I don't know if you've taken out your earrings before and smelled that area. Oh my God. It smells like vomit. It smells so bad. So the way to clean that is, every time I take out my earring, I use my rubbing alcohol, dab the cotton swab, take my earrings out, or anywhere you have piercings. So I take my earring out, use my cotton swab in a circular motion again, clean the front and the back of my earlobe. The third place I use this combination for is the inside of my ear. Not your ear hole, but this part of your ear, the outside of your ear. So I take my cotton swab again, dab it in the alcohol, rub it in that area. Sometimes you have to use 3 or 4, that's fine. Rub it in that area until it's completely clean. So last but not least, for the cotton swab, the last thing I use my cotton swab for, and this time I don't use the rubbing alcohol, is for if I do my makeup and I realize that maybe I mess up in the corner of my eyes, or if you have your makeup on and you're laughing too hard, and if you're like me, if you laugh too much, you start to tear up. That is me. It happens to me every time. If you don't want to mess up your makeup, just simply take the cotton swab, go to the corner of your eye and go like that and press it on. That is going to get rid of the tears without messing up your makeup. And you also don't have to use like a paper towel or something like that that is going to mess up your entire makeup. So those are some of my uses for cotton swab. Moving on, if you're a nurse like me, or if you're someone who washes your hands a lot, you're gonna notice that your hands get really dry throughout the day. And the worst thing to have is dry, cracked hands. So I always have a hand lotion. I have this little hand lotion in a lot of my purses. I have it in my car, and I have it in my nursing bag. So this one right here, this is actually Palmer's Cocoa Butter. I got this from the Dollar Tree. This smells amazing. So what you want to do is, whenever you wash your hands or whenever you notice your hands are cracked and ashy, you just want to put a little bit on like so and rub it on your hands. This is going to keep your hands moisturized and keep it very, very soft. If you don't have the Palmer's Cocoa Butter, you can use something from Bath and Body Works. The only thing I don't like about those is that they are filled with fragrance. The one I really like from Bath and Body Works is the Champagne and Apple Honey. This right here. It smells absolutely amazing. Let's say you went out in public or to work and you forgot to wear some body spray. This can double as a hand moisturizer and also kind of like a body perfume, because it smells really strong and it smells amazing. So that is the only reason I like this one as well. It has this fresh, clean smell to it, and every time I use it, I get compliments on it. So that is the one I stick with every single time. Moving on to that list is your lips. You always want to keep your lips moisturized. You don't want to walk around here with cracked lips. It is not cute. It is not attractive. It is just not pretty. So if you're someone that says, I don't like makeup, I don't like lipstick, I don't like lip gloss, you can still keep your lips moisturized. And the few things that I found that helps with that is either Vaseline or Carmex. I also got this Carmex from Dollar Tree. If you guys haven't seen my Dollar Tree haul, I have a playlist for my hauls. Go and check it out. I get a lot of my stuff from the Dollar Tree if I can, because a lot of time they have real brand stuff in there. So I usually get my stuff from there. So this Carmex I got from the Dollar Tree. All you need to do is literally when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, just put a little bit of Carmex on your lips, and I'm telling you, it keeps your lips moisturized for a very, very long time. And also, right before you do your makeup, if you know you're going to be doing makeup for some kind of event or, you know, work or something, always use a moisturizer. As I said, you can use Vaseline or you can use Carmex. Just rub it on your lips. That's going to help moisturize your lips so that when you apply your lip gloss or your lipstick, it's going to help it apply better, look better, and also last longer. Next on the list, I get this comment all the time. For me, I have a wider nose. That is one of my imperfections. There's nothing I can do to change it. I guess there is something I can do to change it, like plastic surgery, but ain't nobody got time for that. This is what God gave me. So anyways, because my nose is wide, sometimes when I film my videos, sometimes the light reflects my nostril. I can't say that word right. My nostrils. And the one that is worse is the right nose. So the right nose is wider than the left one. So depending on how the camera is angled, or if I'm looking up at the angle, it looks like I have a booger in my nose. So a lot of times, let me just say, I see your comments. Sometimes people comment and say, is that a booger? Or is that a bat in the cage? Or is that an egg in the basket? No, it's not, y'all. I just have wide nostrils. And when the light reflects against it, it makes it look like I have boogers. But I promise you, it's not booger. Okay, moving on. For those of us who have wider nostrils, sometimes you have hair that grows in there. Some people grow more hair in there, some people don't grow hair, and some people grow less hair. So, for those of you who do grow hair in there, you need a machine like this. So this little machine, I can't remember where I found it, but I'm pretty sure it's Walmart, and I'm pretty sure this is for men. So a lot of times men use this to cut their sideburns. So what I use this for is to shave the inside of my nose because it is already wide. I don't want hair to be in there for me to be talking to someone and the only thing they can focus on is the hair in my nose. This is what it looks like. It's kind of like an electric razor. I think it is an electric razor. So it is battery operated. You put the battery in it and it sounds like this. So what I literally do is take this part, put it in my nose and rotate it on both sides. And then I take a little paper towel like this and clean it off and then do it again. If I have a little peach fuzz on the top of my lips, I use that as well to shave it off. So this is basically what it looks like. It's just a one-piece thing. Looks like a little pin. When you open it up, it looks like that. And then it only takes one battery. So to change the battery, you just open it up like that. This is where the battery is. You take the battery out and you change it. So this has been a very, very helpful component of my feminine hygiene. You just don't want to walk around with hair all over your face if you're not a male. But if that's a look that is good for you or comfortable for you, then go ahead and do it. But for those of you who wonder how you can get rid of those facial hairs, this is one of the products that I've always used that helps me. Moving back to the shaving stick, a lot of people think that you have to have shaving cream to shave anywhere. All you need is soap. So when you get in the shower, just take your soap bar, rub it in your hand to where it is foamy, rub it under your armpit or anywhere you want to shave, any part of your body, and then shave it off. Never, ever, ever, ever use a shaving stick without anything to help glide the shaving stick across your body because you are going to get so many cuts. I remember I did this when I was about 16 years old. Again, nobody told me about this. I wanted to shave my leg, which I don't even grow hair on my legs. I was getting to know myself and I heard some of my friends talk about shaving their legs. So I was like, I'm gonna try that. I got a shaving stick. I shaved my leg with no lotion, no cream, no nothing. And I got so many cuts on my legs to the point where up till now, I still have those marks on my legs. So never ever do that. But if you don't have a shaving cream or a specific lotion for shaving, you can simply use soap or your bath shampoo. Just make sure you rub it in that area. Make sure it is nice and slippery. Then you can use the shaving stick to shave that area. A lot of people always say, oh, don't use a shaving stick because it is going to make the hair grow back faster. It is going to make it grow more. Unless you have a sensitive skin, I have never had a problem with this. I always use this and I've never had a problem with it. But as I said, everyone is different. Do what works for you. Next on the list are these two products. This is the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I got this from Sephora. It's kind of pricey, but this stuff is amazing. This is the Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Gel. So first I'm going to tell you about this. This thing right here, this smells so amazing. Oh my God. If you can't afford this, maybe use something cheaper from Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret. But this Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, this smells so good. Let's say you're going on a date or just going to sleep and you're going to be laying next to someone. This smells so good. You literally just take a little bit. This is supposed to tighten and firm the skin, but I don't know if it works for that. But I do know that it smells so good. I put this on at night, I wake up in the morning and it still smells amazing. So literally I just rub it on my thigh, my inner thigh, my chest area, just anywhere that you feel comfortable putting it. This stuff smells so good. This is also, as I said before, this is the body wash for it. When I use this in the shower, the whole shower smells amazing. Another feminine hygiene tip that I have for you guys is to groom yourself. You can wear the most expensive outfit. If your nails doesn't look good, if your hair doesn't look good, or if your makeup is not on point, you just don't look put together. And I'm not saying you have to wear makeup. You can wear a bare face, but if your eyebrows look very nice and groomed, if your lashes look nice and clean with even a little bit of mascara, if your hair is nice and combed or washed, or if you wear a lot of weaves, just make sure you look nice and presentable. For me, I'm lucky to be able to do my own hair and makeup. So I always make sure my hair looks on point because, as they say, the beauty of a woman is her hair. Your hair is your crown. So you have to make sure that your hair looks always presentable. Even if you don't have money to pay for weave, even if it's just a simple cornrow, make sure your cornrows are very nice and neat. Make sure your edges are laid. If it's braids, make sure your braids are nice and neat. But if you do wear weaves, make sure you're not going 6-7 months with the same weave on your head. Make sure you're washing it. Make sure before you leave your house you comb it out. If you don't have time to flat iron it or curl it, braid it, or put it in a ponytail, you just want to make sure you pay attention to your feminine hygiene, because the way you present yourself out to the public or to the universe, that's how they're going to accept you. If you go out looking a crazy mess, people are going to think you're a crazy mess. But if you go out looking nice and neat, people are gonna have that much more respect for you. And trust me, this is a social experiment. I've done this so many times. I have noticed the days that I would leave my house in a simple t-shirt and sweatpants and go out anywhere, I don't get a lot of respect, or sometimes people don't even notice you're there. But the days that I do look nice and clean, with my hair looking nice, my makeup on point, my outfit looks nice and clean, sometimes you get people to open doors for you. Sometimes people say hi to you, and it doesn't even have to be males. It can be females. It can be anyone. People respect you more when you look more presentable. So that is something that I encourage you guys to really pay attention to. I know us females, we can give. We care for other people, especially when you're a nurse. We give. We care, but we tend to forget ourselves. Please make sure that you are taking at least one day a week or every 2 weeks to pay attention to your feminine hygiene. So go do your nails. Spend a little bit of money to do your hair if you don't do it yourself. Iron your clothes before you put it on. Do a little bit of makeup if you're a makeup person. Make sure your lips are not dried and cracked. Make sure your fingernail polish are not dried and cracked or chipping away. Just make sure you look nice and presentable. You're gonna feel better about yourself. Your partner is going to feel better about you, and you're gonna put out a better positive energy about yourself. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also hit the bell notification button. If you have a question, comment, or concern, leave it down below. I do my best to answer all the comments on my videos. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the vlog channel, I will leave a link down below so you can subscribe to it. And I'm just going to leave a lot of my other feminine hygiene videos. Thank you guys again so much for your love and support, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.